Hey guys, it's Kaden. Today I'm going to be teaching you 2 more tosses on the rifle. If you haven't seen some of our other videos involving rifle basics and rifle tosses, head to our channel and check them out because they're pretty informational and cool. For this video, I highly recommend that you use gloves. Unless you're going to be performing without gloves, then practice the way that you perform. But if you're a new person or if you just want to keep your hands safe, it's always a better idea to wear gloves. So, let's get started. Okay, some of the terminology that I'll be using in this video, that way you're not confused. So we have the rifle. This is the butt of the rifle, the nose of the rifle, the bolts, the neck, the strap, and the belly, which is this part right here. Alright, first up we have the butt toss. Now to get started, we need to learn the position on how you're going to toss. So you're going to hold your left hand out in front of you, palm up. The butt of the rifle is going to lay in your palm. Now your left hand is going to make a special kind of shape. We like to call it, at our guard, we call it a taco hand, although some people also like to call it the Lego hand because this is what Lego characters make. Basically, you're going to be making a C shape with your fingers folded up and your thumb resting to the side. This provides that nice taco shell for the butt of your rifle, which is just going to rest nicely inside. Here's a side view and the front view. Your right hand is going to be palmed down, and it's going to hold the belly of the rifle with the strap in between. Now, this is going to rest at your belly button with it parallel to the floor. You don't really need to prep for the lower butt tosses because the weight distribution of the rifle will do that on its own. Okay, so next we're going to talk about the motion of the butt toss. When you you're going to be letting go with your right hand, and it's going to spin or rotate on the fulcrum, which will be your left hand, which is why it's called the butt toss, because you release with your left hand. So you're going to let go with your right and let it rotate with your left. Now, before I show you the actual toss itself, we're also going to talk about your ending position. To end it, you are going to have your right hand in the neck of the rifle with the strap underneath, and the left hand at the nose, catching at your belly button with the front screw of the bolt right in front of your belly button. This will be the same as if you were doing right-handed drop spins. Okay, now for the toss. Before I do any tosses for the first time, I like to practice the motion of it first. So go ahead and just let it rotate back and forth, letting go with your right hand and letting your left hand just gently swing. Awesome. So we're going to start with the toss. The first toss that we're going to do is only a half rotation. So we're going to go ahead and let go with our right hand, and once your rifle gets to here, you will let go with your left hand, release with your left hand, and let it rotate half a turn until you reach the ending position that I showed you earlier in the video. So let's go ahead and try that again. We release with the right hand and then with the left. Sorry, that was a poor catch. We're going to go ahead and do that again. Release with the right hand, release with the left hand. Now, there isn't a lot of momentum needed for this. However, you want to catch with both hands at the same time. So you're going to want to apply a little bit of force. That way it can travel the full half rotation before you catch it. Now my tosses are a little high. You should be tossing right about your chest. The half rotation, it's very easy. Doesn't require a lot of push from the right. It's mostly the flick from your left. And you want to be catching it in the same height that you tossed from. Once you think you have the half rotation down, we will go ahead and move on to the full rotation, except this will be a 1.5 rotation. Since we're starting with the rifle upside down, you're going to have to let it travel 1.5 times in order to catch it facing upwards like normal. So here's the 1.5. I'm going to do that again. Here's the 1.5. And one last time for editing sakes. 1.5. So the 1.5 requires a little more push, but it still isn't that much. It travels about your eye height. You want to make sure that you're catching strong, just as you would with any other tosses. But other than that, that's basically it. So I hope that helped. All right, next I'm going to be showing you guys the parallel toss. The parallel toss is different from the other tosses that one can do on the rifle because it's going to be spinning on a plane that's parallel to the ground rather than perpendicular. So basically, instead of spinning like this, it's going to be spinning like this. A little scary, a little hard, but you guys are totally going to get it. So first, I will show you what a parallel toss looks like, and then I will teach you how to do it. So here we go. Too high. There has to be something good there. Okay. Alright, so here's how you do it. The starting position is pretty simple. You're gonna hold the neck of the rifle in your right hand just like you would a drop spin, except that your thumb is gonna wrap a little slightly over the top, which you wouldn't usually do in a drop spin. Your right hand holding the rifle parallel to the ground is going to rest just above your shoulder. See if you guys can see that. We'll go ahead and get some different angles here. Once you have this resting just above your shoulder, there should be enough space for my fingers to separate under here. You're going to take your left hand, palm up, and it's going to rest right before the strap ends. So let's see this angle here. You can see I have some space. I have my hands resting, and my rifle is fairly parallel to the ground. Next, I'm going to show you the catching motion, or the catching position, of the rifle after the parallel is finished. So, for this purpose, I'm going to teach you to catch the rifle in front of you like so. Yes. I'm going to be teaching you like so. So, your left hand is going to be covering the nose, and your right hand is going to be palm up in the neck of the rifle. But it's going to be at an angle facing you a little bit higher than if you were just doing drop spins. It's going to be about eye height. However, depending on whatever move is next, or depending on your coach or what your team wants, the catching position is going to vary a little bit. But just for learning purposes, to get the motion down, I want you to practice catching it about eye level. Okay? So next comes the motion. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the motion in different directions. That way you can see the full concept of it, because it is a little difficult to grasp. But once you get it, you definitely have it. Alright, so here we go. We have the position. The basic concept is reminds me of a fidget spinner. If you know a fidget spinner, you push it in opposite directions. If you can see, my left hand comes towards me, and my right hand is going away from me. And that causes the fidget spinner to rotate. It's the same concept with the parallel toss. The right hand is going to be pulling it away from me. The left hand is going to be pushing it towards me. Meanwhile, both hands will be pushing it into the air. Like so. Wait a couple seconds. Again, from this angle, my right hand is pulling away, my left hand is pushing it towards, and we are pushing it up like you would a fidget spinner. And then facing front, like so. Once you get the motion down a couple of times, try and take one on your own. If you messed up like me, I didn't catch the strap in my hand, try it again. Now, one key thing that you might need to remember is that this parallel is very scary, especially at first. When I first started, I really wanted to duck my head a lot and try to avoid it or like push it and run away. That actually causes your rifle to go wonky, and that can actually make it more dangerous when you're trying to catch it. So just take a deep breath, relax, and exhale as you release it. It'll help you calm down and help keep your rifle steady. Like so. Bad catch. So you just keep going until you get one that you like. Now, this parallel, like all other tosses, can keep going up higher and higher. You can do singles, doubles. I have a friend who can do triples. But definitely start smaller until you feel comfortable with the move and then move up. Another recommendation that I have that's pretty important is parallels are supposed to be parallel to the ground. I'm kind of a bad example because my parallels are often a little pitched. Pitched basically just means that it's at an angle instead of being flat. If you've heard us say pitched in our other videos, we're probably using it in reference to drop spins on flag or tossing on flag, because that just means that instead of spinning perfectly vertical this way, you're spinning at an angle towards you or against you. And it's the same concept with the parallel, except pitched in this context mean you're dipping down or dipping up. Just, it's kind of hard to tell when you're pitching with this toss. So I just recommend practicing either in front of a mirror, record yourself practicing, or even have a person watch you and tell you what you're doing wrong. And then once you have that down, just keep practicing and trying something new. If you notice that you're pitching down, try pushing more with your left hand. If you notice that you're pitching with your upwards, try to bring your right hand up and just start experimenting with things little by little until you get your perfect technique down, and then it'll become natural to you. So I wish you the best of luck with that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that it helped a little bit. Be sure to check out our other videos. We are going to have choreography videos coming out soon, as well as flag, rifle, and saber technique skills coming out as well. We are so glad that you joined us on this channel, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye!